The moment has arrived. Currency revaluation, redemption portals, and the global reset for years, speculation, whispers, and endless waiting have defined the journey of dinar, dong, and zim holders. Communities across the globe have followed every headline, every rumor, and every piece of intel hoping for the day when the promise of a new financial reality would materialize. That day has now arrived. This is not another delay, nor is it speculation. Screens in key financial hubs are lighting up with new rates. Appointments for redemption are being booked. Notifications are being sent. And the long-awaited redemption portal is officially live. For those who hold IQD, VND, or ZM, the window of action has opened, and the choices made in the coming days will define financial futures for decades. This article will walk you through what's happening, how to prepare, and why this moment is not only historic but possibly the only chance of its kind. A turning point in currency history, we have now reached the intersection of preparation and opportunity. The Central Bank of Iraq has made a pivotal move, aligning its internal exchange rate with international trading platforms. What this means is straightforward. Iraq is signaling to the world that its currency is ready to stand alongside others on the global financial stage. At the same time, the State Bank of Vietnam has also adjusted the dong, bringing its rate in line with IMF recommendations. These steps are not coincidental. They reflect years of preparation, policy reform, and coordination with international financial systems. And perhaps most importantly, the long-discussed redemption portal, once dismissed by skeptics as a fantasy, is open. Participants in Tier 4B are already receiving secure notifications, and Tier 5 access for the public is expected within days. This is no longer theory, this is the activation. Why this moment is different. Many reading this have lived through cycles of anticipation before. Every year brought a new wave of speculation. Every rumor promised an imminent revaluation. And yet delays, obstacles, and setbacks always followed. What separates this moment from those false starts are several synchronized events. One, rate alignment. Iraq has finally brought its rate in line with international markets. 2, liquidity pools. Global funds previously locked have now been released to support exchanges. 3, infrastructure preparedness. Banks have staffed redemption centers, trained personnel, and upgraded systems for this precise purpose. 4, portal activation. Secure systems for scheduling and managing appointments are operational. Each of these alone might have been brushed off in the past, but their convergence at this exact moment confirms we are no longer in speculation mode. The Iraq story. From sanctions to stability, to understand why the dinar is flashing on trading screens, it's essential to look at Iraq's journey. For decades, sanctions and political instability suppressed its economy. Despite vast oil wealth, corruption, inadequate infrastructure, and lack of international trust kept its currency undervalued. In recent years, however, Iraq has undergone sweeping reforms: digitization of payments, reducing cash dependency and curbing corruption, energy stabilization, strengthening electricity supply to ensure consistent industry operations, oil and gas legislation, passing long-awaited laws to manage resources fairly and attract investment, global partnerships, engaging multinational companies to rebuild infrastructure and boost credibility. Without these steps, no international organization would endorse a revaluation. The announcement that Iraq's exchange rate is aligned with international platforms proves the reforms were not only enacted, but accepted globally. This is Iraq re-entering the financial world stage, stronger, more stable, and positioned for growth. The Vietnam story. Quiet preparation, major payoff. Vietnam's journey has been less turbulent but equally strategic. Over the past 2 decades, Vietnam transformed into one of Asia's rising economic powerhouses. Manufacturing hub, companies from across the world moved factories to Vietnam, making it a core exporter. Trade surpluses. Strong exports created consistent surpluses, building financial reserves. Currency management. Vietnam deliberately kept its dong undervalued to maintain export competitiveness. Now, by adjusting the dong in line with IMF guidance, Vietnam signals readiness for greater transparency and integration with the global economy. This is not just a revaluation. It is recognition of the country's economic strength and credibility. For holders of the dong, this represents the unlocking of value suppressed for years. The redemption portal. From theory to action for over a decade, the redemption portal has been a subject of debate and disbelief. Could there really be a secure system designed to schedule, process, and manage currency redemptions? Many doubted it. But now, notifications are going out. People are logging into secure systems, verifying codes, and booking appointments. The first wave of Tier 4B is already underway. The desks exist. The bankers are trained. The contracts are real. This is the bridge between speculation and reality. Your action plan with the portal open and appointments underway. Preparation is key. Here's how to get ready. 1. Verify your notes. Ensure every piece of currency is authentic and organized by denomination. 2. Prepare documentation. Gather ID, proof of residence, and your appointment confirmation code. 3. Schedule quickly. Appointments may fill fast. Earlier slots may offer better rate opportunities. 4. Know your targets. Decide in advance the minimum rate you'll accept, what you want liquid, and how much to allocate toward trusts or projects. 5. Plan for protection. Request segregated accounts, consider structured payouts, and consult wealth managers or tax attorneys. Going in unprepared could mean missed opportunities. The better your plan, the smoother your exchange will be. Strategic choices at the redemption center when you arrive for your appointment. The process will likely follow this sequence. Currency is authenticated. Rates are presented, market rates, contract rates, or structured payout options. You select your preferred structure. Legal and financial documents are signed. The key is knowing in advance what you value most. Do you want immediate liquidity to pay debts? Long-term growth through structured payouts? Access to special project-based rates by committing to humanitarian initiatives? Each path has pros and cons. The wrong decision can leave you overexposed or underfunded. Walk in prepared, not reactive. Wealth protection. Avoiding the lottery winner trap. History offers countless cautionary tales of people who came into sudden wealth and lost it all within years. Without discipline, planning, and protection, fortunes vanish quickly. Protecting your wealth means establishing trusts for long-term security, using multiple accounts to separate funds, setting up insurance to cover liabilities, keeping your financial windfall private. Do not broadcast your exchange publicly. Only those who must know should be aware of your position. Silence and discretion are critical. The bigger picture. Beyond personal wealth, while personal freedom and financial stability are exciting outcomes, the true potential of this revaluation lies in impact. This is bigger than new homes or cars. It's about shaping legacies. Imagine endowing scholarships that educate generations, funding medical clinics in underserved regions, building renewable energy projects that bring power to villages, supporting humanitarian initiatives that transform lives. These opportunities are now within reach. The choices made by today's currency holders could ripple through communities, nations, and even the world. Why September matters. Timing is not random. Global financial systems are under strain. Western nations face ballooning debt. Trade wars destabilize supply chains. The dominance of the dollar is being challenged by emerging blocs. In this context, Iraq and Vietnam's moves are perfectly timed. By stepping forward now, they provide an alternative anchor of stability at a moment when the global system is recalibrating. This is why the synchronization of rate changes, liquidity releases, and portal activation matters. It is not coincidence. It is strategy. The role of the bank's major financial institutions like Wells Fargo, HSBC, and Chase have not spent years preparing redemption centers for nothing. Staff are trained. Systems are ready. Wealth managers and tax specialists have been briefed. The infrastructure exists because the plan has always been real. The scale of this operation confirms its legitimacy. The human experience. From doubt to fulfillment for many holders, this journey has been deeply personal. It's been a decade or more of waiting, doubting, and hoping. Nights spent wondering if this was all a mistake. Days scanning inboxes for news. Conversations with family members who dismissed it as a fantasy. And yet, those who held on are now seeing it unfold. The reward for persistence is here. The patience, the resilience, and the faith have led to this turning point. A glimpse into the exchange. Picture yourself a few days from now. You've scheduled your appointment. You walk into the redemption center, organized notes in hand. The banker greets you, verifies your currency, and confirms authenticity. On the screen, the new rates appear. The dinar shows numbers never before seen. The Dong reflects its true economic value. The ZIM opens pathways to project-based opportunities. You make your selections, sign your documents, and walk out knowing that years of waiting have culminated in a single life-altering moment. That is what is happening right now. Responsibility begins here. With wealth comes responsibility. What you do with this opportunity will define your future and that of your family for generations. The way you allocate, protect, and utilize your resources will impact not only you but entire communities. This is your chance to turn waiting into wisdom, wealth into purpose, and preparation into impact. Conclusion: the time is now. The global currency reset is no longer theory. The revaluation is active. The portal is open. The banks are ready. The liquidity is real. The only question left is, are you ready? Stay calm, stay focused, move wisely. This is IQD Global Intel, your trusted source for real-time updates on the RV and GCR. Share this message, prepare for your appointment, and step into the future you've been waiting for. Disclaimer: all content provided by IQD Global Intel is for educational and informational purposes only. We are not financial advisors and do not provide investment, trading, or banking advice. Viewers should always conduct their own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions.